55 years ago, a vision was born. A vision that would gradually yet unmistakably transform the economic landscape of Jamaica. The Jamaica Stock Exchange, founded in 1969, has become a beacon of financial growth and prosperity. It all began with a handful of visionaries, committed to establishing a platform that would connect investors with opportunities and fuel the nation's economic engine.
The stock exchange has grown significantly over the past 20-25 years, given the fact that we have expanded our range of services and products, and that is because of a call from the market and the evolution of the market.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange has been in existence for several years. Investors were trading shares in what was called the Kingston Stock Market, and that morphed into the Jamaica Stock Exchange in 1969 when the Jamaica Stock Exchange Limited came into existence.
We have not only concentrated on the Jamaica Stock Exchange itself, but we have branched out into other subsidiaries to assist with the growth and development of the market.
Without a stock exchange, there would be a Jamaica Social Stock Exchange, because it's like a mother looking after a child that is coming into being. Jamaica Social Stock Exchange is new to Jamaica, and we're guided by the principles of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. What that means is that people give to charities and they want to know that the money is being used for what it's intended. So charities meaning social entities that are doing good for Jamaica, just even creating employment or helping the community. And those things are very topical with ESG, meaning environmental, social, and governance issues, top of mind for every major company nowadays. That's why if you get involved with the Social Stock Exchange, that automatically takes care of that requirement.
We provide the platform to ensure that the companies provide to the exchange information, relevant information, so that investors can make informed decisions. Whether it is an investor in a first-time issue as an IPO or an investor accessing the secondary market. We provide to the member dealer and listed companies a robust platform.
The role of a stock exchange is simply to help buyers and sellers find each other. Without a stock exchange, if I have a company and I want to sell shares in my company, how do I know who's open to buying those shares? And if you are somebody who's looking to buy shares in a company, you have to go round robin, call up people and see, who owns shares in that specific company and make a private transaction. But with a stock exchange, both parties are able to find each other very easily, and these days you can just do so online.
The stock market plays an important role in raising equity for private investors and allowing the average Jamaican consumer to own a bit of a company. And that gives that average Jamaican consumer the opportunity to create wealth for themselves and their family.
Our services are relevant, not just to Jamaicans and Jamaicans in the diaspora, but ultimately to investors across the entire region who would not have had the benefit of the work that we would have done, the depth of understanding that we have, and the investment that we've made in the technology to be able to continue to expand and to grow.
Listed companies from diverse sectors have found a home here. These companies have thrived within the dynamic ecosystem of the JSE. The Jamaica Stock Exchange has not only shaped history, it has created history. Beyond facilitating trading, the JSE is actively involved in nation building, fostering economic growth, and ensuring investor protection.
So there are rules for member dealers, there are rules for listed companies, and we have a division called the Regulatory and Market Oversight Division that ensures and monitors and surveys and ensures that the listed companies abide by the rules of the exchange, and also the member dealers. There are checks and balances in the system to ensure that this happens. So we will look particularly at submitting of the financial statements. If companies are not abiding by this, obviously, they will be written to, they'll be called on a timely basis.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange serves as a symbol of Jamaica's financial resilience and progress, offering a promising future for both businesses and investors.
We do this through a series of ways. We do corporate outreach, where we go into the companies and we educate persons. We also do investor outreach, where these are public forum where we educate persons. We also have our e-campus, where we do the ABCs of investing. The e-campus is there for everyone, not only for the man in the street, but the spectrum of persons who need to know more about how the market operates. We have schools visiting the stock exchange, and we have the high school games, where we are in almost all high schools across Jamaica.
I was a participant in the Jamaica Stock Exchange game running from 2023 to 2024. I was introduced through my school, and it was just a way of becoming more financially literate, and it gave me the initiative to research that and become more interested, because being financially literate and knowing how to exchange, diversifying your portfolio, or having a portfolio in general, it helps your finances. You will be able to secure your life path. You'll be able to pay for college. You'll be able to do anything you want to do, really. So it was just a way of making us become more literate citizens of Jamaica.
We also have market research competitions. We do have our conferences that are annually done. The Jamaica Stock Exchange has several ways in which we ensure that the ordinary man is educated about the market, understands what the market is there for in terms of wealth creation.
And then in terms of the ordinary man, they benefit not only by getting access to additional jobs, but they now are able to invest in Jamaican companies easily with not a lot of money needed up front. Because normally, if you want to invest in a private company, you're looking at millions of dollars. Or if you want to start a private company, it requires a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of effort to do so. But having a stock exchange allows us to do so very easily and reap a return via dividends and via price appreciation.
I was on my way to the market, downtown Kingston, and I came upon an expo in the park, and this lady approached me, which I learned that her name was Miss Nugent. And she came across to me and gave me one of the stock exchange booklet. I went home and I didn't pay it any mind, because I say, this thing is not for us poor people. But going to another expo again at the National Arena, I ran into Miss Nugent again, and she said, "But I don't tell you to buy on the stock market." And I said, "I can't bother, So I went again onto another expo again, and she said, "You start buying stock yet?" And I say, "No, so I go here where you say and buy, I go give into it and buy." Now I started searching for banks, and I ran into the JMB Bank, and I approached them and I asked them, and they said yes, they do it. And they said, we could start at $2,000. As time go by, as a self-employed person, you will take your time and you will buy liquor stocks until now I've grown to have over 30 stocks. So, that was a really good venture for me. And I don't have any regrets.
I'm Charlotte Eddie Nugent, and I am a member of the Marketing and Communications Department. I bear the crown of being the longest serving staff here at the Stock Exchange. I'm privileged to be able to be a part of the educational program, where I've been able to teach, inspire a lot of investors, because we have our public outreach and school educational program. I've seen students and they say, "Oh, Miss, you remember me when I was in third form? I came here and they're big men and women, and they're now inspiring others. You know, they're investors, huge investors. So the exchange has grown. We are gradually trying to implement new things, and I've been able to be a part of that, of which I am grateful.
The big challenge that Jamaica has had over a period of time is access to capital, particularly for small companies that don't have a long track record of being in business. So, you know, the stock market has facilitated that access to capital. It has also improved the governance of these companies, because to list, you have to publish your annual reports, you have to have audited statements, so it improves the governance. And if you're improving governance, you're going to improve the performance of the companies. It's good for the economy because what it does, it allows businesses to raise money.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange benefits the company that lists, it benefits the ordinary person on the street, and it benefits the economy, it benefits the country, because it allows companies to raise capital without having to incur debt. So I can now sell equity in my company, sell shares in my company, and raise money without having to go borrow it.
As an individual investor, I've used the stock exchange to buy stock, to sell stock, still do. I have had a keen interest in watching the stock exchange develop as the major stock exchange, certainly in the Caribbean, in the English-speaking Caribbean. Also, to see the junior market of the Jamaica Stock Exchange become the powerhouse that it is today, where small, ordinary Jamaicans who would never be able to get a bank loan because their parents don't have the land to give the security, came to the stock exchange.
From thriving local enterprises to international powerhouses, the JSE has become a dynamic marketplace, reflecting the strength of the Jamaican economy. It's not just a platform for raising capital, it's a symbol of trust, transparency, and opportunity.
We're very fortunate as a country that we do have a stock exchange. So private companies who need access to capital or need to be able to build on the value that they've created and unlock some of that value as a real opportunity for them to better themselves. In 2016, we had a major fire. It burned down our entire distribution center, warehouse, and facilities. We lost all of our inventory, all of our working materials, everything. It was a very, very stressful, chaotic time for us, and we went through the process of rebuilding and also focusing on strengthening our business. And at the end of it, it has been the greatest period of growth for Wisynco since 2017 until now. It allowed us at the time to have almost 900 of our employees become shareholders in Wisynco, which for me was really one of the greatest benefits. The regulatory requirements of the stock exchange require us as listed companies to have the level of transparency and accountability through proper governance with independent directors, with an account audit and risk, and with a corporate governance framework. Those things that publicly listed companies in Jamaica are required to have put us far ahead of the competition. That's the real benefit from the stock exchange and the listing.
Going to the stock market, giving up the 20% or sharing the 20% with the public was one of the best decisions that we have made. We started business with just 2 employees, and today we have over 220 persons on our team. I had an interaction with Mrs. Marlene Street Forest at the Jamaica Stock Exchange conference in 2017, and she said this company, Fosrich, is going to be listed in the stock exchange this year. And I laughed so much. Even when I went home in the night and was in my bed, I was laughing, because I said it was never that I was ready. It was not going to happen. But the relationship, the holding of the hands, and to make things happen was so seamless on the part of the Jamaica Stock Exchange that it was like a no-brainer, because the information that we wanted at times would always come to us. And so we went to public. We had about 84 members of our team then. We have grown today to over 220 members of our team. And that is all because of us going and listening to the stock exchange and going to the junior market. Thanks to the vision of the Jamaica Stock Exchange, thanks to the people of the stock exchange, the leadership of the stock exchange, Mrs. Marlene Street Forest and her directors. If we did not go public and have the relevant cash available to fund that vision plan, we would not be where we are today.
We listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, the Junior Stock Exchange. For us, it wasn't necessarily just about the immediate money. There were our auditors at the time, well, even before that, were always telling us that we're already running the company like a public company. We're having clean books and running the company very in a way that was, from their standpoint, very similar to how public companies operated already. So with that encouragement from them, we took the step to list, and obviously there were some other benefits, including tax benefits in terms of share transfers. It's a bit easier to do, and we felt that we always want to be an above board company, and for us to also get the capital without debt, without interest, was one of the other things. So there were a number of factors that came into play. So since then, we've grown 4 times that amount. So the main thing for us was to reinvest the capital into the business for it to expand and to accelerate its growth.
Since listing, it has been a great experience. We were able to raise 400 million Jamaican dollars on that listing. Since then, we've been able to list 2 bonds, $1 billion Jamaican and 700 million. So in total, through listing and through the Jamaica Stock Exchange, we've been able to raise 2.1 billion Jamaican dollars in both equity and debt capital. That capital has enabled us to expand our network. At listing, we had about 4.65% market share. We're now up to 10% market share in transportation fuels through our fuel distribution network gas stations. In addition to that, we've been able to enter the LPG market, which is through our brand FestGas, and we're able to make great strides in that market. That market is very capital intensive, and because of the stock exchange, we've been able to, as I said before, raise 2 bonds, got the equity capital, and been able to deploy the $2.1 billion Jamaican to the growth of FestGas. Our experience with the Jamaica Stock Exchange, their trustee services company, has helped us with regard to issuing dividend checks and making payments. They've also acted as trustee for our bonds, so we make payments and we get a payment advice from the JSE55 so we can also make payments to the bondholders.
Proven commenced operations partnering with the Jamaica Stock Exchange to raise US $20 million in an initial private offering. And throughout the years, we have been able to grow and to expand through our partnership with the Jamaica Stock Exchange and through just acquiring and raising funding via the Jamaica Stock Exchange. The stock exchange has lived up to its mandate in terms of assisting listed companies in terms of the framework for listing. Personnel here are very experienced after 55 years of listing companies across the economy. The stock exchange, it is and has that experience to be able to assist companies, and did for Proven. Proven's relationship with the stock exchange is a very deep relationship. We cherish that relationship. We see where that relationship has helped so many companies throughout the Jamaican economy grow over the years. We've seen the establishment of the Junior Stock Exchange, which has been a catalyst for growth for many small and medium-sized enterprises. We've seen the establishment of the bond market and the listing of bonds on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, which has helped and grown the debt market throughout Jamaica and the region. And we also see the partnerships that the Jamaica Stock Exchange has put in with the other regional and global exchanges, which has widened the number of securities that the local investing public is able to invest in.
Transparency, accountability are big for Dollar Financial, and those align with both the stock exchange and Dollar Financial, and our experience was nothing short of transparency from the stock exchange and accountability. For us, it's not just an engine to facilitate access to capital, but it provides a lot more support and is the embodiment of trust, accountability, and support for small businesses, not just small businesses, but businesses in general in Jamaica. So having gone through the process of being listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, I would wholeheartedly recommend this to other businesses, especially small businesses who are looking to further expand or grow their business, take their business to the next level. I believe that the stock exchange it has a mandate to help businesses grow, and we have seen phenomenal results from just being listed on a stock exchange.
Primarily, I would say that when you start a company, a private business of sorts, right? That business between you and your shareholders, nobody gets in your business. But when you become a publicly listed company, you have the opportunity of getting new capital into the company by publicly making your shares available. I think the stock exchange, one of their core mandate is to manage that process well, to create a credible foundation, a central point through which persons can trade in shares for companies that they're interested in. And because what it does is that it causes trust, it causes credibility, and somewhere where people know that I can invest in companies through this central source that will ensure that I don't lose my money, the markets are efficient, and everything is done well.
This exchange really does represent something that the country should be very proud of. It is the physical embodiment of one of the greatest successes that Jamaica has had in the financial sphere. And that is a robust capital market where investors, issuers, and ultimately, I guess, governments as well, have the ability to bring their offerings to market and have the ability for investors to participate. It is where financial assets are traded. It is where they are issued. It is where investors get the opportunity to participate in them. And the Jamaica Stock Exchange represents the physical embodiment of that.
As the JSE looks to the future, it embraces the digital age with open arms. Harnessing the power of technology and fostering global partnerships, it aims to unlock new opportunities and propel Jamaica towards greater prosperity.
The future of the stock exchange is very bright, because what you have seen is over the last 55 years, we have diversified our products and services. What that means is that you can withstand shocks to the market when it comes, and it will come. So it has been set on a sustainable path for growth.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange has definitely kept its mandate to allow buyers and sellers to easily find each other on one platform. Whether you're on the junior market, you're listed on the main market, Jamaicans and people abroad have an opportunity to invest in Jamaican companies fairly easily because of the existence of the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Today, we stand at the crossroads of accomplishment.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange has really been one of those companies that have evolved over the years and have served the country well. Starting with one market, we have now over 5 markets. The main market, the junior market, the bond market, the private market, and also many indices. So we have over 8 indices. And these are really milestones that you know that a stock exchange is progressing. Say 20 years ago, we would have had some 40,000 investors in the market. We have over 280,000 investors in the market, which is more than 15% of our investing population. And we are proud of that achievement.
But it's not just about the numbers. It's about the people behind the scenes, the dedicated team members who have worked tirelessly to ensure the smooth operation of the exchange. Their passion and commitment have been the driving force behind the JSE's success.
Congratulations to the Jamaica Stock Exchange on this historic milestone of reaching 55 years. It truly is an amazing feat what the Stock Exchange has been able to accomplish over this period.
I want to congratulate the Jamaica Stock Exchange on its 55th anniversary. Dr. Marlene Street Forest has been an exemplary leader and has moved the Stock Exchange from where it was many years ago to being an integral part of the Jamaican economy.
Not only has it achieved 55 years, it has actually grown from strength to strength.
Congratulations to Dr. Street Forest and her dedicated team for the work that they have been doing for companies that are listed on the stock exchange.
I'd like to say congratulations to the Stock Exchange on 55 years. It's a tremendous milestone. From all of us at Wisynco and from the board of directors especially, I say congrats.
Big congrats to the Jamaica Stock Exchange. 55 years is a long time. It's just a little bit younger than me, but big congrats to you. You've done very, very well.
Jamaica Stock Exchange over the past 55 years has grown and has established itself as one of the main, if not the main, stock exchange in the region.
On behalf of my board of directors and my team members at the Fast Rate Group of companies, I want to say congratulations.
I've only been a part of it for the last 3 years for our listing, but it's been a wonderful 3 years, and I wish you another 55 years and more.
Congratulations, Jamaica Stock Exchange, on reaching 55 years old and 55 years of wonderful service. It has benefited me, and I hope you do continue so it will reach others.
Honeybun would like to sincerely congratulate the Stock Exchange on 55 years.
I want to congratulate the Jamaica Stock Exchange on their 55th anniversary. Congrats, you're doing a good thing for a lot of us Jamaicans. Congratulations.
It's my pleasure today to be here to say really heartiest congratulations to the Jamaica Stock Exchange for achieving that outstanding milestone of being in existence in Jamaica for 55 years.
I want to congratulate the Jamaica Stock Exchange for reaching 55 years. I've been involved with the Stock Exchange for many, many years. I have seen the tremendous work close up, and I just want to say kudos to the management of the Stock Exchange.
For a company struggling with one or so products to deliver to a multifaceted and diverse listed entity that has provided positive returns for shareholders year after year. We look forward to the next 55, and a big congrats on the 55 that have gone before.
I want to congratulate Jamaica Stock Exchange on reaching 55 years of service to Jamaicans and persons abroad. And I say congrats.
From humble beginnings to international acclaim, the Jamaica Stock Exchange stands tall, a testament to the Jamaican spirit of excellence. Here's to 55 years of excellence and many more years of success ahead.